What's going on, everybody? It's Monday. It's Monday. It was a wild weekend. We had fun though, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy weekend. Miracle is officially graduated. She has officially graduated into the real world now. Now begins the next chapter. Now begins learning what life is really about. It can be fun, but it can be testing for sure. We all know how the road goes, and as long as she picks the correct path, she'll be alright.
Sometimes we stray, but sometimes we come back around once we figure out that's not the right path.
That's why I've told her so many times, like I understand in the beginning, you just graduated, you're free from school, you're an adult, you want to have fun and still be a kid for a minute. But what you have planned to do, you don't want to put, okay, I'll do it next year. I just want 1 year. And then, I just want 1 year. Until the next thing you know, because we all know what it's like after you graduate high school and you turn 18, life goes. And you don't realize it till you're about 27, 28, and you're like, whoa, dude, where did the last 7 years go, right? Been trying really hard to help her to understand that it is very, very important to not put off life for too long. Get in there while you're freshly graduated, and, you know, school, trade schools, things like that are going to be highly accepting of you because you just graduated high school.
That's what she needs
It's
to
going
do.
to be easy for you to get into something. If you wait 4 or 5 years, it's going to be a lot harder to get into.
You're going to probably be married. You're probably going to have a baby.
Right. Well.
Not that they'll stop anybody per se, but it may hinder.
And yeah.
You know.
I think she'll be okay though. I do worry about it a little bit because she's my baby.
She's resourceful, and the choices that she makes are the choices that she has to live with. So
I'm still just honestly like mind blown that this is even happening. Yeah, it goes right along with what I was saying. Life just it literally feels like yesterday changing her diapers. Like it literally feels that way. Thinking back.
I know. I remember looking back, thinking of that little girl that hugged me
with
one
that
time.
little bitty girl.
She said, "Why are you so fluffy?"
Yeah.
I wasn't even that fluffy. I was still.
We were laying in bed. We had an apartment in Austin, Indiana, and this was the first time Sammy and Miracle had met. And Miracle came down to stay with us. She stayed with us all summer, I think. A month of summer. And she was 5. And she came down, and we had our apartment. She had her own little room, and we fixed it all up, and we made decorations and all kinds of stuff. And we were hanging out in our bed, in our bedroom, and I think we may have been reading stories or something like that. I don't know. We were just laying in bed. And Miracle, I remember it like it was yesterday. She reached around and she hugged Sammy, and she looked up at Sammy. She said, "Sammy, why are you so fluffy?"
I'll never forget it.
That is the amazing little girl that Miracle was.
Then she said it to me twice then, because I remember standing in her grandmother's doorway out there in Oilton. She hugged me from the step, and she put her head, so I was up higher than her, and she put her head. So she said that to me twice then.
It's funny.
Because
she was such a sweetheart. She's always been such a good girl. Even when she was a kid, she was very easy. She had manners.
For the most part,
yeah.
She was.
Well, she had times that, yeah. I mean, I like every kid, but at the same time, she was so easy to raise. She really was. Yeah, she's always been so beautiful. And I knew she was going to grow into just such a beautiful young lady. And she has. And she has a beautiful soul. She's just the same exact as she was when she was a little girl, just as an adult. It's insane. And she was always so smart, so past her age in maturity, even whenever she was young.
Well, she's basically second-guessed herself as soon as she started getting older.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've had many conversations about that. And she thinks just the same as I do. And she has a lot of the thoughts that and stuff she worries about that are exact same things that I used to
and the dirt-to-dirt moments all the time.
Yeah.
For sure.
And, just had to get her past those moments, and we did. We made it. She got through it. She's graduated now. Yeah. On to the next chapter. We love
proud
you,
of you, Miracle Lynn.
Yes. Very, 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 very
proud of you.
Very, very difficult to let you go. If there's something that she needs, or place to stay or anything like that, there's no question. She don't even have to ask. She can drive her butt to my house and just come in and fall asleep on the couch. It's an open door for the rest of her life as long as I'm breathing. I'm just excited for the next chapter. I'm excited to be a grandpa.
Let her get married first.
Well, I mean, those are the things that are coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the next. I guarantee within the next 5 years, I'm going to be a papa.
No. Let her get to her mid-20s to her early 30s. Mid-20s to her beginning
Whenever
of her
it happens,
30s.
it happens, and I know that
Good Lord.
those times are coming.
Miracle Land,
You're going to be
get married first.
Granny and Papa.
I ain't no granny.
Yeah.
You can hang your hat on
she's
that.
going to be Granny.
No.
Yes,
No, I'm
she
not
will be Granny.
Not a granny.
She will be Granny.
No.
Granny Sammy. Granny Sammy.
No.
Oh, I'm really excited to see what happens now from this point on. Yeah, I love you guys, and I'm so glad that you all got to hang out with us and enjoy the graduation videos and everything. I've still got all the content. I need to go in and make a closer clip for our graduation party. I did a live yesterday for like 2 hours. Yeah, and we had at least 8 people in there the entire time. Of course, our usuals. We had
But apparently he
Barb,
went live,
Linda.
right, but you went live at the same time as somebody else. is what
Oh
they were
yeah, 9 Acre. Tomorrow, Sammy was talking with Leonard Mountain Homestead while we were on our live yesterday, and so we have planned to, after work, we're going to come home, get cleaned up real quick, and then we're going to go over to Leonard Mountain Homestead. We're going to head that way, and I think how we're going to do it, the way we got it planned, is me and Sammy are going to do our live, so we will still be doing our live, and then once we get there, we are going to be a part of Leonard Mountain Homestead's live tomorrow night, and it's going to be super awesome. I'm excited about it, to come over and hang out. But I do want to say one thing, because Mom was saying, because I know y'all do your lives like 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah,
we won't be able to stay for that long. So we'll hang out for like the first hour. We gotta get home and get ready for bed. And kudos to you guys for being able to stay up and do a live for that late and still get up and take care of work.
Yeah, she
and all
said
that.
she didn't get my email, even though I did find the. So I guess I don't know if I don't know.
All we need is for y'all. Did you get address and all that?
No, I need to text her.
So yeah, y'all need to send us your address.
I will text her and get it from her.
Oh, okay, never mind. Cut. Get out of here, bro. What are you doing? He does that stuff, man. Like, he'll get aggravated, and he'll come over here and rub up against me real hard.
Like you're not paying any attention
right, like
to
because
me.
I'm not paying attention to him. Hark-a-bub. Hark-a-bub. But yeah, that's going to be fun. We're super excited about that. We can throw something in there. I'm going to read a couple proverbs, right? Proverbs. I literally just opened up to this right here. So I don't want to go this whole video and not put a little bit of scripture in there. So, a fool's mouth lashes out with pride, but the lips of the wise protect them. Where there are no oxen, the manger is empty, but from the strength of an ox come abundant harvests. An honest witness does not deceive, but a false witness pours out lies. The mocker seeks wisdom and finds none, but knowledge comes easily to the discerning. I love that one. Stay away from a fool, for you will not find knowledge on their lips. It's a good one too. The wisdom of the prudent is to give thought to their ways, but the folly of fools is deception. I'm in Proverbs 14. Fools mock at making amends for sin, but goodwill is found among the upright. Each heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can share its joy. Some of these proverbs are hard for me to understand. Maybe some of y'all can explain
footnote?
it.
Is there a footnote down there? At making amends for sin,
but goodwill is found among the upright.
Each heart knows its own bitterness,
and no one else can share its joy.
Because it does no good, is the way I'm taking it.
Alright, so this is what it says in the footnotes for 14:9, which says, fools mock at making amends for sin, but goodwill is found among the upright. It says, how rarely we find goodwill around us today. Angry drivers scowl at each other in the streets. People fight to be first in line. Disgruntled employers and employees both demand their rights. But the common bond of God's people should be goodwill. Those with goodwill think the best of others and assume that others have good motives and intend to do what is right. When someone crosses you and you feel your blood pressure rising, ask yourself, how can I show goodwill to this person?
There's been several times this last week where as I approach the door to my work, there are a few that I pray for that the Lord blesses them because I'm working on my anger with them.
Yeah,
That's what I
it's
do.
not an easy thing to do, but that we've talked about this before. That's what the Lord asks us to do, even in anger, even when somebody gets on your nerves so bad, we have to love them, and that is a very, very hard thing to do. And in some situations, it is very, very hard to do, right? But we will get the reward. We definitely will get the reward from it. So, now this ain't an example of anger, but today, when we got home from work, I lost my vape cigarette. So, we had to go buy a new one, and it was like 50 bucks. So, we go up to the vape shop, and I pay for the vape. I'm coming out to the car, we're coming out to the car, and we sit down, and I was going to lock my card back, and I go and look. My balance didn't move. No one was chasing me down, right? How easily I could have just drove away, and nobody would have said or known a thing. I mean, they probably would have found out later, but they wouldn't have known, right? But I went back in the store to make sure. I was like, and he literally had no clue. He was over there like playing on his phone. And I went in, I was like, hey man, did my transaction go through? He's like, I think so. I was like, well, you might want to check because my balance didn't go down. And he went over and checked, and sure enough, it did not go through. So I did the right thing. I went in there, slid my card again, and made sure the transaction went through. But it's things like that, you know. There was a part of me that just wanted to say, let's just go, let's just leave. But you know, and it feels good to go against what feels like the better idea to benefit you, right? And I don't know. I just thought, I felt really good about doing it.
He was
Still
proud.
do. I'm still glad I did it. And the old me would have, of course, I'd have been out. Like without even a shadow of a doubt, right?
I would have had to have pondered on it if I were by myself.
But
honestly,
it was an immediate reaction. I knew immediately. Sam sit down. I was like, look, I don't think my card went through. She's like, why? It's because my balance hadn't changed. She said, well, get out of the app and go back in. So I did. Nope, still didn't change. I was like, no, I'm definitely going to. And he was so thankful. He's like, thank you, man. I really appreciate it.
yeah, they would have messed up his drawer.
And I
go in there all the time.
I was like, man, I'm not trying to do that to you. I'm not trying to put that on me. Or put that on myself, right? I don't want to know bad juju. Of course not. I don't believe in all that. But, alright guys, we love you so much. And y'all are just such a blessing to us. And we're so glad that y'all have been enjoying our little content videos we've been putting out. I've actually done pretty good about getting some regular YouTube videos out, and they're actually doing pretty good. We're getting quite a few views on both of them. So
I'm sorry, I'm just tired. I literally had 2 hours of sleep last night and then went to work today.
Sammy will be going to Indiana this coming weekend. We'll be leaving Friday to take her to Indiana, so we've got another big full weekend coming up. And my granny's coming down from Indiana, so she'll be here.
She said that she's probably going to be here for like a week or more.
Yeah, so
that's what her post showed.
Yeah, so, and I'm off on Monday, so I'll be back here Sunday, and I'll be off all day Monday, so I'll have all day Monday to go hang out with my granny, and I will go hang out with my granny all day on Monday. So yeah, we got another full weekend coming up, but everything's good, life is good, things are rolling, God is good.
All the time.
Yep.
Time.
And just be praying for us on the things that need to be prayed for, and y'all know what I'm talking about. We know God will do his thing. God does his work, and God's got his hand on this whole situation. Sammy's going to be able to go up there and hang out with her mom, give her a little more comfort, right? We love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out, and if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Y'all know what to do.
Until then.
Next time. Peace.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain. Beauty in the mundane.